like the traffic controllers having to work without pay all this time, I think is just unreal. It shouldn't be, you know. And that 10%, that's going to affect people like in my industry, because I do travel a fair amount, and hopefully they can come to some agreement within this next month.
Well, I almost canceled my trip because I was like, I don't even know what's going to happen. And then I just decided, all right, we're just going to go for it and see what happens. But yeah, it's just all unexpected. I'm just sick of it. It's like, what about us?
I'm okay flying out today. I'm supposed to come back on Monday, and I'm a little nervous about being able to get home. So,
And why is that?
because it's possible that there will be a lot of cancellations and delays.
It is frustrating. I feel like there's a more peaceful way to get to, some of the solutions for things. But, it is what it is.
Nobody want to travel and then you end up getting stuck. So that's definitely a concern for a lot of us, for sure.
I think the shutdown is terrible, and it's affected my travel, and then I woke up this morning not knowing whether or not I could take my flight to California. Had the added difficulty of the airline flight or the airline website being down, and I couldn't determine whether I should even come to the airport. I'm here now and relieved that my flight is on time. I hope that Republicans will come to their senses and negotiate with Democrats to get the government open again, and that they stop all their nonsense and horrible cruelty to people and act decent and care for all the people in the United States.
Oh, and not so much concerns about our flights being cancelled, but more concerns about these poor people in America not being paid for the job that they're doing.
I think the government should reopen. This is an awfully long time to keep the government closed. And I don't understand, if the Republicans have all three branches of government, they've got a trifecta, they just need to work this out and reopen the government.
Politics always suck, and there's two sides to every story. So I hope that there's a meeting of the minds. I mean, I have my point of view on that, but I wish we could take it out and just get everybody back to work and get everybody paid like everybody else in the country wants to get on with it, right?
It's a blame culture. That's all I can say. Nobody takes responsibility for anything. So it's a big mess, and we have to deal with it.
It really stinks that the government is affecting travel like this. Everyone deserves to, be able to go on their flights, go on their way, visit their families. The holidays are coming up, and if this continues, this is going to end up being a big problem.
Well, I was a little nervous, but it's a trip I have to take. I have a relative who's not feeling well, so can't let the circumstances stop me.
Yeah, I think it'll definitely gets worse. I mean, as controllers start to take time off, I can only imagine they're not getting paid. So that affects travel. For example, going down to Jacksonville, those controllers have a tendency to take off and get overwhelmed. So that affects all the travel going south. I'm Republican, and I stand with that viewpoint. So I understand it, and it affects my wallet directly as well because I have to pay for my own health insurance. So Obamacare and all of that really has affected how much it costed me to purchase things. So I get it, I totally get it, and I get the other side too. But I just wish we could all come together and make it work.
Anyone in particular, any group that you think is responsible, or is it just the whole group of them? What do you think?
I just think it's everyone, and everyone needs to try to get along better, to try to do the best for everyone. Don't know if that's ever going to happen, though.
Hey guys, Nathan Hart from the Columbus Dispatch here. Behind me is the Concourse B TSA line, and as you can see, Nothing too crazy going on here.
It seems to be business as usual this morning at John Glenn Columbus. The Columbus airports weren't on the federal government's list of airports to face flight reductions during the government shutdown, but some people may have problems with connecting flights.
The Columbus Regional Airport Authority recommends checking with your airline to make sure that your flight hasn't been impacted by the federal flight reductions. Follow the Columbus Dispatch for more.
I'm Neil Strupik with the Commercial Appeal and USA Today Network. I'm standing outside the Memphis International Airport on Thursday, November 6th. At the moment, it's business as usual, but we do expect that to change significantly come tomorrow morning. Memphis International Airport is one of 40 reported airports that will have a 10% reduction in its flight schedule. Now, we're not quite sure how that will unfold, but we do expect more information to come to light come Friday morning. At the moment, we were told to let travelers know to check with airlines directly with any flight changes, delays, or changes in their schedule. Wish I had more information on my lady y'all right now, but do stay tuned for more updates come Friday, November 7th.
The federal government is mandating up to 10% reductions in flights at 40 of the major airports around the country. This is not an airport on that list. However, there will be a ripple effect because obviously people fly into and out of GSP to all kind of places around the country, Atlanta, DC, New York, and so forth. So there's expected to be an impact here. And in fact, we talked with one guy earlier who is trying to get home to Chicago.
My original flight was supposed to take off at about 7:30 this morning. Yesterday afternoon, it got rescheduled for 1 o'clock today. Bad news is I'm now landing at 4 o'clock in the afternoon instead of 12:30.
Talked to another family here to visit their family members, a student at Clemson.
We're fortunate this morning. We don't know. We're a little worried about Sunday's flight back home. So we'll see what happens.
So, we're starting to see, again, that kind of ripple effect here a little bit. Though things seem to mostly be calm. And we have talked to some people who said they've had no trouble at all. One piece of advice that you hear from airport officials and airline industry experts is to just make sure you're getting mobile alerts and downloaded your airline carrier's app and things like that so you get the latest updates from them.